The next thing I want to talk about is building this as a sustainable, yeah, that's the word, a sustainable ministry. When I came, the first day I was in the clearinghouse, I had a volunteer come to me and say, we had 2 calls today asking if we're closing. Are we done? We had a situation where too many people from one congregation had been contributing. Don't get me wrong, we love that. We love to have a lot of people, but it was all concentrated in that one body. And when there were some changes within the body, then a lot of those people fell away. We've got to have the diversity. That's why we want this group. That's why we want those church connections. But in order to grow that, we need to grow the board of directors. We need a strong board. We need to get it back up to numbers that it should be, 9 to 12. When Vern and I were on the board, we didn't start on the board. We went to the meetings as friends of the ministry. We were able to learn and participate in the meetings, and then when openings came as people rolled off, we were able to slide right in. So those are the kinds of things we want to establish. What that will help us do is to help us grow that church network. It'll help us to build better bridges amongst the congregations. It'll help us, give us an opportunity to have a pastors association come back. Love Inc. came out of the Ileana Christian Association, as I mentioned earlier, which was our pastoral association. I want to get us back to having a monthly lunch, just us getting together. You guys work so hard. You need that time to connect with others, with your peers. Those are some of the things we'd like to see happen this year. But to do that, we need your help. I would ask you to consider how the Lord would have you help us by joining the board. I would like you to pray about that. What we're trying to do in March on the 15th, we're going to open our board meeting up. Anyone who would like to learn more about what's going on in the ministry, you're welcome to come. On the 29th and 31st of March, and I'll send out more details, we're going to have coffee with the director. I'm going to be buying coffee at Mad Goat, so y'all come visit, come hang out and learn what's going on. But this is where we want to take the ministry this year. This is really what we've got to do to make it sustainable. Beth was a great example to us. She did a lot of things for this ministry. She did a lot of things for our community. But with her passing, we lost a lot of institutional knowledge. We lost a person who was banquet chair, the fundraising chair. Beth would tell you, oh, I can't do anything with fundraising. I don't know how to ask people for money. But she did all that background stuff. She did a lot of the things that she could do, and it helped. She was able to give of her time and her talents to build treasure. And those are the 3 components that we would like for board members to be part of. We want to be able to make this a ministry that goes on. If something were to happen to me tonight on the way home on the icy roads, and I couldn't work for several months or maybe ever again, there's going to be a hard time and a downtime because we are down in numbers. We do need your help. Our final video of the night is one. When I first moved here as an unbeliever in 1996, I came on the 2-year plan. It was my goal to be in and out of this town. Guess who had a different plan? God did. I'm still here 25 years later, okay? I was an unbeliever. I'm leading a ministry. God had a way different plan. But about 2000 or so, I started noticing there were a lot of other new believers, not new believers, but new people coming to town who were strong believers. And in that time, those people have started to develop deep roots in the community. And they have turned into leaders in our community. They're business leaders. They're ministry leaders. They're in the government. And they are making changes in our community. You're going to hear more about this a little bit later. But Jeremiah 29:7 says, "Seek the peace and prosperity of the community to which I have sent you." That's what people like Nathan Lenstra, Danny Offit, Bethany Hager, and others have done. They've come here in a different capacity, But over the course of time, God has called them into ministry, and now they are giving back to make Vermilion County a better place.